What's up, everybody? This is Chris and Vic from Morning After Pill Show. We want to talk to you real quick about our sponsorship, Manscaped.
That's right, manscaped.com, which is the number one trusted men's brand in below-the-waist grooming. Right now with quarantine, there's not a lot going on. If you have a hairy nutsack, you might as well spend a little time out of these next X amount of days taking care of your nuts.
We don't know when this is going to last, let's be real.
Yeah, if you're with your lady right now, you need to get that Lawnmower 3.0.
And even if you're not with your lady, such as myself, I know that I'm not getting any, but when it comes time, I'm going to be prepared.
That's
My
right.
stuff's going to be nice and trimmed, looking good, pristine, as you might say.
Yep.
Now, Manscaped is always forever changing the game of...
They got their Perfect Package 3.0. Perfect engineering tools with their kits. You got the Cropper, which is kind of like a deodorant. Then you have the Toner, which is more like it's basically like a ball body spray.
Yeah.
And it smells incredible.
It does.
The Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, which is a waterproof, very efficient body groomer. So it doesn't just work on your nuts. It's made for your entire body.
All of it.
So if you're somebody like me, that's going to put you to work. That's like a good week right there.
It's at least a week.
So inside the Perfect Package, you'll find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant and Moisturizer. You're probably going to be sitting on the couch with your hand on your balls anyways. Am I wrong?
Might as well be smooth and soft.
Right. You can also subscribe for the Perfect Package and get a new replacement blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door for every 3 months, which is about the right amount of time. That's if you're keeping your stuff nice and taken care of.
Yeah.
So right now, for a limited time, you're going to get 2 gifts with the Shed Travel Bag, a $40 value, and the patented high-performance anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs.
Which are fucking amazing.
Yes,
sauce.
I look forward to when they're clean and I can wear them again.
Yeah,
I'm not even lying.
Like 7 more pairs, dude. Now, this is the perfect package for your perfect package.
Pretty much.
All right, now you are going to get 20% off plus free shipping with the code MAPS.
MAPS.
That's it.
At manscaped.com.
So do yourself a favor. Do everyone a favor that's going to see you from the waist down and get yourself the Manscaped perfect package deal.
Yep.
20% off, MAPS promo code.
MAPS at checkout.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
And here we are. Another episode.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody.
What episode is this? Like 52?
Yeah, something around there.
Yeah.
52. We are back from another break. We've decided to slow down a little bit because we're going to run out of things to talk to when there's nothing going on.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
So in light of the apocalypse going on out there, the sky is on fire, this and that, we want to talk about something else. We're going to nerd out today. We're going to
I'm excited.
Yeah. Let's just get to it. Would you rather... Let's do a would you rather. Let me just make one up on the spot.
Okay.
Knowing your OCD.
I don't like where this is going already.
Right, but I want to do this to you. Would you rather have a living to where all you do is clean up gas station restrooms or live without a washing machine?
Live without a washing machine. I've done it. It's okay.
It's not that bad?
No, I'll drive my ass to a fucking laundromat. I don't care.
Yeah?
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't cleaning bathrooms. I only like cleaning mine. I do it all the time. I don't even like doing it.
I spent the whole day yesterday just detailing, throwing away shit.
You know what helps with that? Is if every time you like take a shower or brush your teeth or anything, have a towel there so you can wipe everything down after every time.
Exactly what I just started doing.
Dude, it saves so much time.
Yeah.
Then all you really have to worry about is like sweeping the floors and like cleaning the toilet.
Because right now I'm using that like charcoal activated toothpaste.
I switched to that in the last tube I got.
Isn't it good?
I do like it.
It's really good.
I thought it was going to taste like shit.
No, it tastes the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste any different. Well, the only thing is that you know where you made a mess.
Yeah.
You know
which
what I
is
mean?
convenient as fuck.
Yeah.
But I was worried that it was going to A, taste like shit, or B, be like gritty.
Yeah.
You know, like eating grits or some shit.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing like that. I'm completely happy with it. I'm going to switch. The next tube I buy is going to be the charcoal shit.
I go every now and then with it.
I'm pretty sure it's like just as beneficial as anything else, but
yeah,
I like it now.
Yeah,
like you like brush your teeth and you can see like if
you could see, you could see where you
get in there and shit.
It's pretty cool, man, and it does a really good job. It really does. We're not. This isn't a sponsorship. Like we're not giving a name out.
I think any charcoal one that's a major brand. I wouldn't do like the bottom shelf fucking.
I don't remember. Mine's not like Colgate or something like that. Mine's not an off brand though. Like it's a new brand, but all they do is charcoal activated products.
Okay.
And I've been happy with it.
I do like. It's funny that you would say that because I did buy the last time I bought toothpaste. I bought a fucking charcoal thing, and I'm just about done with it. I got to buy more here in a little bit, but I was like using it, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna make the switch, bro. Mm-hmm. It was like the conversation I had with myself to my toothbrush.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna buy a new toothbrush too.
There you go. Yeah, I need that too.
Yeah, I gotta switch it up.
I started doing this thing where after I eat, I'm just gonna brush, so that way I'm not tempted to eat more. I'm really gonna. You know what I mean by that?
I feel like that's just not gonna work though.
I think it does for me because I don't want to ruin the freshness.
Yeah, see, I don't. That doesn't even
you
bother
don't think
me.
that way?
I just know that before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning, like I have to have that like couple minutes of like minty euphoria.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's satisfying.
Hell yeah. I've spent a good day. I had a pretty productive day. Been a good day writing, trying to come up with new stuff.
And do shit.
Right?
I don't
know what you did because
I literally haven't done shit for like 4 days. Literally.
I had some of that energy drink, that Spark. And I guess it's because maybe I haven't had an energy drink in so long, but it was like potent for me. You know what I mean? Like it was like, bleh.
Yeah, now they're not working. I haven't seen very many bangs or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no bangs lying around.
I haven't seen that in a minute.
That and hearing about what that stuff does to your fucking your dick drive.
Well, it might not influence or affect everybody the same way.
It's possible. But
some people probably drink bang right before they're about to bang. And they're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when 5 Hour Energy first came out and I was in tech school. I had this guy, his name was Jesse, shout out. But he would drink those 5 Hour Energies like by the pack. And he was like, my favorite thing about them is that they get me going and all I do is just love on my wife. I was like, I don't know if that's what their selling point was, but I'm glad you found that.
Yeah. It's not like it's not gonna like make you last 5 hours. I mean, you'd have to take a break, right?
I don't know.
I've never incorporated the two together, so I wouldn't really understand that.
Do you want to last 5 hours?
Fuck no.
Right?
Dude, like lasting like 45 minutes is like damn near life threatening.
You don't want to.
I'm 36, bro.
Yeah.
That's life threatening.
Yeah.
I could have a heart attack at any moment, especially with my diet.
Yeah, that's true. You're a high risk character.
I don't want to like croak on anybody.
I'm a heavier dude. Like I'm pretty sure just any movement like that gets me pumping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you hit 35, you gotta start thinking about like you don't want to die fucking.
Yeah,
it's a good way to go out, but it's not the ideal way. Not at 35.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to get laid at like 38. You'd have to explain that to people. Like, all right, look, we have to do it like at this tempo because I got a pacemaker. Like that's not no. Someone's not gonna be like, you have a pacemaker. Ugh, ravage me.
You haven't ever been with a woman that like had to tell you something about her before you got with her?
I feel like they all do.
I
feel like everybody has their own specific thing. Like I knew someone that was like, don't ever rub your feet on me. Like, don't ever let feet touch.
Yeah.
There's been a few things.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the most common thing is don't put anything in my butt.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, that goes both ways.
Normally it's going to be like something's wrong about how they feel about themselves, right?
Subconscious, yeah.
Subconscious. And most guys have it, but they always just forget all about it as soon as they see like a shirt come off, or as soon as, you know what I mean? Like whatever.
So my naked thing does not stop there. Like,
really?
Like, yeah, even like when I'm like,
so I don't. What, you fuck with a shirt on?
No. I mean, I'm naked, but like I'm not like I'm not like walking around the bedroom getting ready to like pounce on the bed like all porn style and shit.
Like pre-production porn, like basically, yeah, like you're in a
I'll
velvet
get naked,
robe.
I like get naked and get in the bed right away. Like I don't like prance around the bedroom like I'm naked. It's just not my MO.
You need a robe.
I do. Mm-hmm. I do.
You need a robe. That'll fix that.
That way I can just.
And it'll be a nice little sexy reveal. You know what I mean? Like get a nice like red one. You know what I mean?
Like the Hugh Hefner type.
Yeah.
Like satin.
But let it drape just a little bit above the knee.
So you can still see the kneecaps.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
Like no matter what. That you're kind of tall anyway.
Then so you can do like one of those like foot on the bed things and like your sack will pop out. Like you ready to do this? Oops. Let me tuck those back.
Those got to be in the shadows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like as soon as you open up, click the light.
Yeah.
That'll be fitting for
in
like
one motion.
Yeah. Then you'll just look smooth.
Yeah.
Now, if you had candle lighting, you wouldn't have to worry so much about it.
Or the clapper.
Yeah. That's good.
You could.
The way I hear clapper now sounds more like the STD.
He's got a case of the clapper, bro.
I've got the clapper.
Clap on. No, he really got the clap on.
No, yeah. Like, no, like, pay attention. Like,
ain't no clapping that off.
You're gonna do the same thing. Like, before we get together, I just want you to know.
I have some things to tell you.
The clapper.
Yeah.
Man, so right now it's still going on, but I was watching the NFL draft.
Fuck yeah.
Right?
Super stoked.
One thing I've noticed, and I started writing a bit about it just last night, and it just clicked to me today because you get to see all these names from college, right? Mm-hmm. But anytime you get somebody that has like a slightly misspelled name,
they butcher it.
They're all no. The names are fucked up because that's how it's spelled, right? Why did it get misspelled? Why do they have weird names? And my thoughts might be is that the mom was on her epidural and has to say the name, and they're like, okay.
That or it's like if like you want your kid to succeed in football, like you gotta fucking spell their name all fucked up and give them some weird name.
Yeah, well, like when you know how names mostly just have letters, you know, like the good old days.
Yeah.
Does this? I mean, I don't know what this sounds like.
Like C.J. Anderson.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Well, no, I mean it's just letters like Chris and Victor. There's no punctuation marks. You know what I mean?
It's true.
There was a guy that just got on, I think it's with the Cowboys. His name was C.D. Lambs. Now, Lambs was spelled with all capitals. The dude has a stage name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a stage name.
And it would make sense the Cowboys would draft him.
His real name is
That would totally make sense.
Sedarian.
That's the alias. Is
what they said his first name was.
That's the alias he's going to give when he gets arrested with Zeke and Dak.
Zeke, Dak, and CD.
Yeah, CD.
CD. That's one CD, motherfucker.
It's just it blows my mind.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they just do that shit because they're like, he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, that's what it is. Destined for greatness. It was kind of cool. I did notice how like they were looking in everybody's homes. Even the draft picks, you know what I mean? Like, we're just looking, they're all with their family. They all have Pizza Hut. And, like, we're still going to advertise.
Of course.
But, like, they all have Pizza Hut there. And some of the houses all kind of look the same. I feel like we're like, didn't we just see this guy? No, it's a different family.
Yeah. I mean, houses are, unless it's a mansion, like, they're all going to look pretty much the same.
Right? Yeah.
There's, like, either a wall here or not a wall here.
But everybody had the same, like, looking furniture. Like, they had, like, that L furniture, you know what I mean? And just the family sitting around it. Right by the patio, so everything's in the corner.
I mean, how many houses do you go to nowadays that don't have that?
That's what I'm saying. I actually
think hardly ever get one. The L furniture is like where it's at.
Yeah, the 2-piece. What is that called?
3-piece.
3-piece.
Yeah.
Is it just called an L? Or am I naming that wrong?
There's a few different ones, but no, there is the L-shaped couch.
Yeah. I know.
Sometimes it's a couch with like an ottoman.
Well, you know what I don't see that much of anymore is the lazy boy.
My dad still has two.
You know what I mean? Like it reclines. It has cup holder, remote holder.
My dad still has those.
Yeah?
Yeah, he has one for him and one for my mom. He has two in the living room.
There you go.
He had the same one for like 20 years.
And they were big enough to fuck on.
Yeah, but it was very...
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to be like
and that's
centered gravity so that way there wasn't a mishap.
You'd have to watch a tutorial. I need to know because I don't know. I can't picture it right away how it'll get done comfortably.
It wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
It wouldn't.
Like I've been with girls that wanted to try the couch, the furniture.
The couch is different though.
Kitchen counter I'm okay with, but you know what I mean? Like if the kitchen counter is low enough.
Yeah, see, I was just about to say
that. Because if it's like a high ass kitchen counter, this isn't happening.
I'm still in.
In the shower.
I hate that. I don't.
The shower should be foreplay.
I don't even like taking a shower with somebody. I don't.
Yeah.
It's and it goes back to my whole like the bathroom is like that's a one person room. Like there shouldn't be. I don't care if there's two sinks. I don't give a fuck about it. You stay the fuck out when I'm using it. I'll stay the fuck out when you're using it. That's how it should be.
Right.
Like that's just how it should be. Like even when I was married in Florida, like we had a 2-bedroom apartment and we had a 1.5 bath. Like she had one bathroom, I had the other bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Even with my daughter's mom, like I would like use a different bathroom to get ready for work.
When I was with my last shitty ex, I used the other restroom, the other bedroom. Pretty much got kicked out.
Well, you were just like, you were like a roommate at that point.
Yeah, we were roommates that occasionally touched.
Occasionally. Yeah, I just can't do like the shower at the same time. Even with like the shower I have now, like it's roomy and shit, like the bathtub's big and shit, but I still don't even want to.
The one thing I'm smiling because it's a funny thought to me right now. The one thing that always gets to me about sharing the shower, because I mean you've done it. You don't like it, but you've done it. You know what I mean? Is that point where you're like, oh, this water's nice. It's nice and warm.
Then they touch it?
No. And then you have to switch because she has to get rinsed off too. And then you're just sitting kind of in the back.
Yeah, and that's shitty. That's really shitty when it's like cold or
and
something.
And then you're like, oh shit, this better hurry.
Yeah, that sucks when it's real cold.
Can't
However,
move it a little.
When do you ever find someone that thinks you're hot isn't hot enough or too hot? You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
go pretty hot with my shower.
You don't just hop in the shower and someone's like, "Oh my god, that's perfect. That's exactly how I like it." You never.
You use the same shower for years.
You have that like little turn.
You have that turn, but I mean, even then, for me, sometimes I'm like, no, this wasn't at this level last time.
Yeah, no.
Because I mean, water heaters are kind of unpredictable in a sense. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's like, and you would know from living in different apartments and stuff.
Right.
Like, there's always gonna be like you're gonna find that sweet spot. It's not soon. Like you don't just hop in the shower and you're like, this is it. Because you don't have the muscle memory of the knob yet or anything like that. So you're always playing that like guessing game for like the first like couple weeks that you're like in a new shower.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like hotels and shit. Like you can just forget it. You ain't gonna find that perfect temperature in a hotel shower.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna fuck with that. You just be done. But in like your own house when you move, like it's a good couple weeks for me before I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then every time I hit it, just bloop. It's every time. Like the shower I have now, I know exactly. Bing. I know mine and Addison's temperature.
I have a bad habit of going full blast when I turn it on, and what I do is I'll turn it on and then I'll take a shit, and then it just gets all steamed up, and then I'm like, why did I let it get that hot? Now like the whole thing's all, you know what I mean?
I do. Are you one of those people that turns it on and waits for it to get hot, like for a long time? Like you'll go walk away and do something?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I
don't walk away. I do everything there. Like, I don't shower right away. I'll turn on the shower, and then I'm, like, taking a shit. And while I'm taking a shit, I'm, like, scrolling through my phone. You know what I mean? Sometimes, if it depends on the day, I brush my teeth first. You know what I mean? I get that out of the way.
I always turn the water on, and then I'll grab my clothes for, like, the day. I'll make sure I have my towel, and then I'll get undressed. And then by the time that's all done, hop right in. It's perfect.
Yeah, but the ones we have are the ones that we have here. They just right away they're hot.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like I can just grab my shit
and I get forgetful and I just.
Yeah, no, and I don't even. I always turn it to my sweet spot. I never mess with it any other way.
Yeah. Man, so speaking of NFL, Dak Prescott.
I showed you that. That is the most dickhead thing to ever say.
Well, let's say what it is for the audience. Well, right now, I know everybody's having a hard time with finances. Some people, you know what I mean?
It's not even about that. It's not even about.
It's not even about that.
Been in the NFL for 4 fucking years.
I know, but to bitch about this now. So he's saying that, what is it?
$34.9 million is not enough to feed his family or to take care of his family. First of all, yeah, it is.
Does he have a family that's all of Texas?
It doesn't even matter, dude. It doesn't even matter. That's your paycheck in a year. That's not including your endorsements, which he gets endorsed by Nike and Chef Boyardee or whatever the fuck, or the Campbells.
Yeah.
And he's got he actually makes more money off of endorsements.
Most do.
Than he does off of his actual. And so for him to say $34 million isn't enough to feed or take care of his family.
Yeah.
Is the biggest slap in the face to anybody who's a Cowboys fan. And you know me, I fucking hate the Cowboys, and I hope they do pay him fucking $45 million a year, because then they won't have money to spend on any other fucking players on their team.
He's asking for 45.
He wants upwards of 40. He wants $40 million is like as low as he'll go right now, is what sources are saying. He wants to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
That he should probably act like.
Yet he hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he's won 1 or 2 playoff games.
Yeah.
Without Ezekiel Elliott,
yeah,
I don't think he would be as good as he is. I think you could put Dak on any other NFL team and he'd struggle, because
I'm not a fan either, but they did kind of pick it up, and that was like without coaching.
Oh, and
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're switching coaches this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched him today. He was in his home.
To say $34 million isn't enough to take care of you when you're making probably triple that just off of endorsements.
What would you do with like fucking $40 million?
Let me see. I'd probably take $2 million of it.
Okay.
And I would buy a house, car, everything, get me situated, pay everything off, so I wouldn't have to worry about shit.
Would you actually buy a big ass house like they have?
I'd buy like a good 5-bedroom house for sure.
Yeah, but a 5-bedroom house could just be like a regular 2-story in the middle of the fucking neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'd buy me a nice like 5-bedroom house, like with some land and shit, pay it all off, so I wouldn't have to pay anything but property taxes every year. Same with my car, just buy a couple cars, pay them off, only have to pay insurance on them. And then I'd invest probably 10, 15 million, which would still leave me with roughly $15 million to just put in several different bank accounts to get interest. And you can live off the interest.
Yeah, you really can.
Off of many different banks.
Like
yeah.
investing.
You wouldn't even have to invest. That would just be that.
I know, but why not? Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do with it?
That's what I would take $10, $15 million. I'd invest in all kinds of shit just in hopes that I could. I mean, it would probably be in some kind of gaming shit, I'm sure.
You can even do something that'll help you create a passive income. With that much money, passive income could be opening a restaurant or a retail store or some sort of fucking online bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, you could just straight up you could start another business, and that could be your retirement money. And on top of that, even $2 million is almost too much to get what you're asking for. You could find a decent sized house in a decent neighborhood, at least here in town, with the low cost of living.
You can get a fucking $750,000 fucking house that's gorgeous here in Texas.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Now, if I mean, then you can enjoy the finer things, but like within your home or within like when you go out, you know what I mean? Like, if you're blowing it all in a home, imagine losing your money afterwards.
Yeah, like I don't. There's so many stories of like people who strike it rich that blow all this money on like a big fancy house and shit and all this stuff. They end up losing it all.
Yeah.
Because they don't. I mean, dude, think about it. That dude said $34 million wasn't enough. He's been in the league for 3 years, making at least. I mean, his rookie year, he's probably made at least close to over $100 million.
Yeah.
In his NFL career. That's not endorsements. That's just pay.
Yeah.
So, after making that much, saying $34 million isn't enough, I mean, that's kind of a slap in the face, man. He's gonna lose the Cowboys fans that way.
You think so?
I think so. Everyone thinks of him as like this nice guy and shit, but like, in all reality, he's in it for himself. He wants the money more than he wants a championship or anything else. Like, of course, everybody wants a championship in the NFL. That's
right. I mean, it's what your career is. You should want to be the best at whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's not a bad thing to ask for.
But
mediocrity is not.
Case in point, Kirk fucking Cousins, Redskins quarterback.
Yeah.
That motherfucker squandered money off of us left and right by turning down contract after contract after contract, and was taking the franchise tags. In 3 years, the dude made, in 2 years on franchise tags alone, that dude made like $40 million.
Yeah.
$50 million just on that.
Plenty of money, man.
Yeah.
What do they say?
And then
they say that we'll make and spend $1.6 million, an average person, in the lifetime span.
That's really not that much.
1.6 million. I'm not too sure about that number. It sounds about right.
Well, think about it. The majority of that money that you spend a year as a homeowner is going to be on, or as an, that
right.
you're spending on just your home alone.
Yeah.
$200,000 house. It's $200,000 over 30 years.
That's $200,000 right there.
Over 30, 35 years.
Over 30 years. Most people's careers go about 20, 25 in a regular job.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about that last episode.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you're still, you're spending money for your cars. Yeah.
If you have kids.
Yeah. Special events. Say you paid for your own wedding. That's an expensive thing, right?
Fuck yeah.
People blow money on weddings.
Some people have fucking $100,000 weddings and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people spend $40,000 just on a dress.
That's crazy.
It's just absurd to me.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, take some lessons, be a voice actor. That's like one of the easiest jobs in the world, and you probably make bank doing that.
If you're on a hit show, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to think a lot of those voice actors are from a lot of different shows. They do a lot of fucking cartoons and shows.
Some of them that are really good, though, you can't tell when they go from one character to the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Especially like a lot of animated, like the anime, not anime, but like animated action cartoons and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, Ren and Stimpy, those guys did a shit ton of voices on different cartoons and stuff.
What's his name? The guy from Futurama.
Yeah.
He was the Red M&M.
Yeah, he's Stimpy. He's been a shit ton of characters.
Yeah.
On Futurama, I think he even did voices on many other shows.
He was on Disenchantment, yeah. I can't think of his name right now.
His last name was an A, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. You gonna look it up?
Yes, I am. Okay. It's driving me crazy too.
It's that one we cannot move forward on.
No, definitely not. Oh, we could talk about, since we're talking about animation and shit, we could always talk about how Disney's an asshole right now.
Dude, your favorite company in the world.
They're not my favorite company. They just own everything that I like. Billy West.
Billy West. There you go.
Yeah.
Billy West was a lot of characters.
He was Zoidberg. Let's go through the list.
You're going to go through it?
Just on that show alone. It doesn't even say. However, we will go with what he's been on.
Yeah.
So, Futurama, Ren and Stimpy, he was in Space Jam, he was on Doug, he was on all the Futurama movies.
Yeah, he's Doug.
Yep. Let's see, he was on Disenchantment, Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes, the Looney Tunes show.
Well, yeah, he was on Space Jam.
Including the movie. Mm-hmm. God damn, dude, this just had... Oh, he was part of Cat Dog, Invader Zim, Bah Hum Duck, which was a Daffy Duck special. Mm. He was in Jimmy Neutron, The Oblongs, which was a great fucking...
Fuck yeah.
He was one of the voices.
That was the one with Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He was one of the cockroaches from Joe's apartment. The new Woody Woodpecker. He was in Voltron the Third. Curious George. Holy shit, this dude's been in this nothing but animated movies the whole way through. He was in Cats and Dogs, the movie. Extreme Ghostbusters, which he was SpongeBob. Part of SpongeBob, too.
Oh, okay. I was like, he's not SpongeBob, though, right?
No, he was on SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water.
I don't know.
Oh, he was in Rayman, the animated series.
He's done video games.
Samurai Jack.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, holy shit. His career is bananas. And what's really funny is, I think the farthest back it goes is like 97.
They had to be like the Ren and Stimpy days. And I know he's been the Red M&M forever.
Yeah. Yeah. That has just been fucking everything. Oh my god.
Commercial money, dude. A commercial that you've been doing for 30 years plus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's gotta be money there.
That's money, dude. It's crazy how advertisement makes money like crazy.
You want to hear a crazy ass way to make, or the one of the this is right back to Disney.
Right.
So Walt Disney had a housekeeper, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't pay her money. Like, they paid her like a really, really small salary, but the majority of her money, instead of paying her money, they gave her stock in Disney.
Oh, bonds and shit like that?
Yeah. You know what she ended up retiring with after like 20 years?
Like $160 billion?
It was like, no, it wasn't that much.
Not million, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't even that much. It was like, I think it was like, it ended up being almost like, I think it was either 3.6 million or 30.6 million.
If the average person spends 1.6 million in their entire life,
chick was good. She got to live at their house and shit. That's a housekeeper.
That's double the lifetime's worth span of a middle class United States civilian, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy,
dude. I'd fucking work for. Dude, imagine if you were like Steve Jobs' fucking assistant and shit. Like, yeah, no, you can go ahead and pay me like $15 an hour. That's great. Just make sure you throw some stock in that bitch.
Yeah,
for every year, a couple hundred shares.
I've heard about deals like that. Like if you do small work for like Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you do something real small for them, they'll pay you for
a lot of startup companies.
A lot of startup companies do that. Like, yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I'd invest in shit like that if I had money like that.
Yeah.
Because that'd be dope.
Yeah. I'm still starting up small.
Imagine
but I gotta think about retirement, you know.
Imagine what I mean? Just like dude, you got fucking 20-something million. Dude, your retirement's taken care of because you're living off of interest.
We'll get what I'm. Yeah.
You wouldn't have to worry about shit. You wouldn't need a 401k. You wouldn't need health insurance.
I mean, if I was them, yeah. I would be fine.
I wouldn't worry about shit.
But even then, like, if I have the opportunity, that means like 20 million. I wouldn't. I'm not the type of person to stop, because I at least want money to like leave out for other people. You know what I mean? Like family, this and that. Like if I can make more in the same amount of time doing the same amount of stuff, like why not?
Yeah.
I'm not greedy. I just want to play it smart.
I feel like after making your first 20 million, you'd be like, I want another 20 million.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Money I think brings out like a natural, like small amount of greed.
Right. I guess
I don't care how humble you fucking are, Mr. Dak Prescott. $34 million ain't enough.
That's not humble.
That's
not humble.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
You're a piece of shit for that.
I
can't even joke about it. You are a shitty human being.
Yeah, I've been saying that for like at least the 6 years you've known me.
The Dak Prescott. I've been saying it. I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
No. Yeah, he's just shitty automatically because he's a Cowboy. If he played on any other team, I'd probably like the guy. But because he's a Cowboy, but not anymore after saying $34 million.
No, that's not just because you're a Cowboy.
Yeah, now that's just you being a fucking prick.
Is it? Well, I mean, shit, I can't think of that. Like, I don't know. Athletes back then, like in the 90s, they still used their names. They didn't have fucking stage names.
Yeah, dude, like Reggie White.
Yeah. Like and when they did interviews, they were respectful.
The weirdest name was like Brett Favre for like years. Like that was just like the weirdest name, but then everyone started learning it, and now it's like Tao Taulungala or whatever from Alabama. Yeah, dude.
Where did he go? Was it at? No, he went to the 49ers.
Did he? I thought he went to Miami.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right. It is Miami.
Yeah, they needed a quarterback. They were
they had like, what, 5 or 6 today?
They had 4 draft picks today. They have like 15 total.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. That's why I'm really hoping that like the Browns or the Dolphins really want a left tackle.
There was a couple trades today, too, though, that I saw.
I didn't see much on trades.
There was 1 or 2.
I know there was a couple like...
I know the Steelers got someone.
There was a couple trades today, but a lot of those fell in from last season.
Okay.
Last season, when players started switching teams, teams started giving up. You can have my
these
first.
These teams are going to be unrecognizable by the time we open back up and we're watching football again.
No, dude, they've been training. I follow the Redskins.
No, I mean, like you're not going to know who's with who. I stopped paying it
every year.
I don't know, man. This was more drastic.
There's not like football's all right. So football used to be more or less like it was like a it was like you play when you got drafted, like that's the team you wanted to play for the rest of your career.
Right.
Like you went to a team.
Now you had players like Deion Sanders back then. He moved around quite a bit.
Well, not really, because he was a Falcon for the longest time, and it wasn't until someone came along and was like, "Hey, we're building a football team. Here's a shit ton of money." Then he bounced to San Francisco.
Right.
Then he went to Dallas, or vice versa.
Well, he was a Lion.
But he also played baseball at the same time, just like Michael Jordan did or Bo Jackson did.
Yeah.
He was playing football.
Yeah.
But like a lot of players had a lot of they just stayed with teams, man. Like that was their team. Players would take pay cuts to stay on that team, and they'd work out deals. Nowadays, dude, a lot of these players are like, I'm getting fucking paid now. Fuck everybody else.
Isn't it enough money though? Like, where's greed coming from? Like, if you come from a place where that's not something that you lived by, then why do you act like it now?
Probably because they're like, I finally have money and I want all of it.
I mean, I did just say, you know what I mean? Like, I guess my thing was for retirement's sake and for sharing's sake. Maybe they have the same mindset. Maybe they want to do that, take care of their families. For some of them, I don't see it though. Some of them want another Maserati. Some of them want a bigger house.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like some of them want, I don't know. But like then you start seeing athletes that endorse in restaurants.
There's no loyalty whatsoever anymore when it comes to
loyalty to themselves.
Basketball is like the most notorious.
Oh, dude, those draft picks spend money like crazy.
They will fucking bounce on a team. Like, I mean, I get it. There's only about 5 teams in basketball that ever win championships. I get it. That's not like on a regular basis.
And that even moves around a little.
Especially over like the last 10 years. It was the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. Then it was the Cavaliers because wherever LeBron went. And then there's, of course, the San Antonio Spurs. The Lakers. Yeah. Well, Lakers were more or less like late 90s, early 2000s.
Right, but I mean.
But yeah.
They were always expected to get close.
Celtics back in the day were always expected.
Oh, yeah, man.
Nowadays, dude. Nowadays, like if your team ain't even making the playoffs, every player on the team's like, I want a trade. I demand a trade. I want a trade. Everybody wants a ring instead of like becoming a Hall of Fame player just by being where they're at and what they're good at.
Consistency is what gets you to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, right?
For the most part,
consistently a badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Kobe's gonna get there.
Yeah, he already is.
I thought he hasn't gotten indicted yet.
They just like. He's in the thing with Tim Duncan this year.
Okay.
So they are going to be in it just soon.
Yeah, whenever.
Now football, like that's the thing about basketball and football. Football, you have to be out of the league for like I think 7 or 10 years before you can be nominated for Hall of Fame.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird. People will forget about you.
No. Not if you're a Hall of Fame player.
Not if you're a Hall of Fame player. Yeah, but like. I mean, people forget about shit real quick.
I mean, think about it. Brett Favre retired. Took him. I mean, even Joe Montana, when he retired, took him forever. It took him like 10 years.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's a Hall of Fame draft class.
Has it been that long?
Well, I'm just saying, after he retired, that's how long it took before.
I thought you were saying he already got there.
Which is good, because, like, I mean, you shouldn't be able to, like, be a Hall of Fame player, and you shouldn't be able to, like, retire and become a Hall of Fame player right away. Like, they have like certain years set aside, or like classes of like this many years of the best players of those amount of years that are nominated, and then they vote on who's actually going to get in. But they let in like 5 players a year or some shit.
Can't wait right now. I need football to come back.
Dude, I don't even know if football will come back, bro. This shit doesn't get fixed, dude. Like, I'm hoping NFL players aren't dicks like basketball players and baseball players. Where like, I won't play in an empty stadium. I feel like football doesn't even have to be played in front of people. They could do it in like a high school fucking field. I don't give a shit as long as it's televised.
They could play like chess and just like call out their moves.
That'd be so boring. God, that'd be so fucking dreadful.
I know. A game takes a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a couple hours a day.
But
calling out plays. It's like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh God,
you gotta roll your dice
forever. That's one thing I never understood about D&D, like, until we started playing it.
What?
Like, how people are like, I've been playing the same game for 15 years. It's like, dude, fucking find the finish line.
Yeah.
But when you play it, you're like, God damn it, there's so much to do. Especially if your dungeon master is like a complete douchebag and has like 1,000,000,001 things and options and shit.
Isn't that kind of funny how much time James spent on the map?
He spends a lot of time.
He spent a lot of time drawing out that map and coming up with all his moves,
names
and writing the
for
story,
people,
names
and shit.
for all his characters, voices, characters, all
That's
that.
crazy.
And we haven't been there in like weeks.
We've been there in months, dude.
Months, yeah.
Well, the world stopped, and then before that,
I mean, even before that, I started working weekends.
It was like
again.
vacation and shit. Yeah, our times changed. Well, I still had my weekends off, but like things change.
Yeah.
So it became a little bit harder to do stuff. And that's a game that, like, I mean, we got there at like 7. We ended up leaving at like 10 or 11. It was like 3 or 4 hours every night.
Yep.
Every time we played, at least. Mm-hmm. I barely play video games that long unless it's super intriguing. Which I'm fucking excited for, by the way.
Oh, that's right. You got Predator.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I got excited. I'm so excited for that game. I'm so excited to play it. I'm so excited. That is a game that you'll see me until like 5 in the morning. Like, I gotta hunt.
Know that? What if it turns out to be kind of dull?
It won't.
You sure?
To me, it won't.
Okay.
To me, it won't.
Because you're a fan of the Predator.
I'm a huge fan of the Predator.
Okay.
And the fact that I can be a predator and hunt people.
Did you ever play that Concrete Jungle game?
No.
No. For some reason, a lot of people didn't. But it was like a story mode where you're a fucking predator.
Yeah, but like you gotta think of like how games have changed since then. That game's fairly old.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still gameplay hasn't changed. It's third-person view. It's got platforms, whatever. You know what I mean?
You get to hunt other people online.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a squad. It's like
I get it.
You have a little vision and shit, little shoulder gun.
Oh yeah, it's fucking dope. I'm not hating the idea. I'm a huge fan of the Predator. I was actually always a huge fan of like the Aliens vs Predator concept because they had like comic books.
That movie was dope.
Yeah, well the movie was cool, but I mean like before that, it was like a comic book. And they did like a couple old video games back in the day.
Yeah,
and those were fun. They were a lot of fun, but that I followed that a little bit more than I did the Predator story alone.
All right, so did you ever play Evolve?
No. No.
Okay, Evolve. I feel like this game, the Predator game, is gonna be a lot like Evolve.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of being like this humongous monster that like gets bigger and harder to fucking catch or whatever, it's gonna boil down to strategy. Like it's 100. Like that
right.
game is a lot of strategy because each player had their own unique thing that like helped in capturing the monster. Mm-hmm. And if everyone didn't play their part, you were always gonna lose. Mm-hmm. But this, I feel like there's just gonna be so many different like things that you're going to be able to do as the predator, as the team that gets to hunt the predator. Like, I'm just so excited. I'll be sure to fill you in on exactly what it's like.
I mean, I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch.
And the podcast world, I'm going to let all them know too.
You might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, until
it's going to be dope, dude. I'm super excited. I showed you videos of that back in like January?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I was like super pumped for it, and now it's officially here. So excited.
Thank God for gamers.
Dude,
being a gamer, you know what I mean? Like being into video games and actually being able to be entertained by video games.
Thank God.
Didn't it always kind of like blow your mind when people are like, no, I'm too much of an adult?
Yeah, fuck you. That's what I would say.
Too much of an adult to play video games.
To everybody, that's what I would say.
Really?
There's literally they make video games for every type of person out there.
They do.
Like, my dad hates video games, but if I stuck a fucking NASCAR game in front of him with a little steering wheel, guaranteed he'd be on that bitch for hours.
Right.
Guaranteed. He'd be like, what? I get to race? What?
I do think I wasted a lot of time as a child playing video games. I would probably have better life skills in certain things.
What life skills do you need, really?
Jumping off of cliffs.
You can't fucking... That's just experience. You could have done that at any time.
Just could have. And I did. And I did.
Probably shouldn't have just done that as like a 30-year-old adult. I mean, realistically, though, like what?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, everything.
They have games where you can be a fucking farm simulator. If you want to be a fucking farmer, you can learn how to farm on a video game.
What's that video game that came out that's on the... It's not the Wii. What's the new Nintendo that's out? The Switch. What's that new
Animal Crossing?
Yeah, what's the big deal about that?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I feel like it's like Pokemon, but like you just like...
But apparently, like, you can connect with other people and go to their...
It's like an open world, like Sims, basically, I think.
But you can see how other people have their setups. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you can like visit other people's setups.
It's an open world Sims.
So it's like Farmville or Farms Mania or whatever, right? It's like Farmville.
I think that's what it's like.
Right.
I don't know.
I never played.
I've been tempted.
Yeah.
Because I have the Switch, and I feel like everybody's doing it. So, but then I saw Predator, so I bought that.
Yeah, that's something that's in your interest. Again, I mean, just because we're not 8-year-old children doesn't mean that we can't play video games.
No, dude. I mean, when I was in college, I did a paper on video games and development of children's brains and minds and shit like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of studies out there that video games do help build like strategy, like cognitive.
It does help with cognitive rebuilding and
problem solving and shit. Like games with mysteries and shit like that. Like you have to solve and like it teaches you to explore everywhere and look at every possibility and shit. Like my teacher was like, "Holy shit!" That it was like a 3-page paper. I did like 10.
I think it was a meme or just a quote, an inspirational quote. If video games taught me anything, is that if you're going the right direction, you're going to find new enemies.
Yep, 100%.
If you go in the right direction,
yeah,
and that's
new
how life
challenges await.
That's how life is too. If you're putting yourself in the right direction, I guess it's to motivate yourself into thinking like this is where you're supposed to be going. So bad guys are coming.
If there's new challenges, you're going the right way.
Yeah, but life has puzzles and this. And I mean, I like that. It's probably not what the game developers or the devs are thinking when they're making that.
They are now.
I mean, yeah, sure. It definitely has evolved. Remember, like, side-scrolling video games?
Yeah, see, like, back then, like, those video games didn't teach you shit.
Even then, I mean, they kind of do. Now, you're not getting, like, that hand-eye coordination like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But remember when you had to shoot the duck on your fucked up TV and the laser in the TV didn't sync up and you're still trying to hit that duck?
Even if you had it like pointed right at the fucking screen and the duck came up, the dog would still be like,
yeah. Exactly.
Why your fucking thing? I'll shoot the fucking dog.
That second controller controls the dog.
Yeah, for real.
I'm like, what the fuck? It really does.
Fuck that dog.
You know what I do miss like the beat 'em ups too.
Like Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
No, like the Ninja Turtles. Like it was a side scroll beat 'em up. You can kind of just go up and down. You know what I mean? Those are so much fucking fun.
Dude, we should have bought in that fucking arcade thing at Walmart.
I will one day.
We should have just bought
I will one day.
I had that money that day. I was like, come on, bro.
Nah.
I got you.
You know how I am,
just
man.
have the thing that didn't sell you on it was I was like, it has to be out in like the public. And you were like, nope.
Nope.
Nope. No one's playing it but me. Just has to be in the common area. You were like, fuck no.
Fuck that. Maybe next time.
You could still download games like that on PlayStation.
You can.
I know they have like Turtles remastered and shit on Xbox.
On your PC, you can get an emulator and you can play that.
Anything on my PC.
You can do anything on that stuff.
Oh, they do have a new. They do have a badass gaming laptop that just came out.
Yeah.
Fairly cheap. I think it's cheaper than the Switch, which is $299.
Mm-hmm.
And this fucking thing. It has a better processor and everything in it, and at the top of the thing, it has like a little D-pad and joysticks on it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use the keypad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
You can set it on your lap, and then you put your hands at the right angle, and you could use like a joystick, and it even had like 2 click buttons on the top.
Nice.
Yeah. I think, wish I would have bookmarked that fucking thing, because I was like, perfect time to buy a laptop. But then I was like, well, I have an Xbox. I'm pretty good.
I was thinking about asking our tech guy to take a look at the two laptops we have up there. What can you do to those? Not much, right?
No,
to speed them up.
Do
they just get slow with time?
No, it just so
many updates and all that.
A lot of things with computer, like if it doesn't have like enough RAM or anything in it, like if it doesn't have enough storage in it to begin with, like you're pretty much limiting yourself right off the dick.
Right.
Which is that blue laptop I have.
Right.
Like, I just bought, like, a base thing because I was just, like, going to use Microsoft and go on the internet.
Right.
Now it's slow as fuck, and I didn't save anything to it. No matter how much I delete, it still runs slow as fuck.
Right.
It's, they managed to do upgrades so much with PCs and laptops that, like, unless you're doing, like, a home build on a PC, you're basically buying something for a year or two.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why it's better off to just build the PC from scratch, because you'll get all the basic components you need. So to upgrade or anything like that, couple $100 every couple of years.
Which is it's not a bad investment.
No,
it's not a bad investment at all.
I mean, I think I've spent $150.
Yeah.
on some extra shit. I bought the new shell, and then I got some extra RAM and storage and shit. But that's it. And I told you, I had all those parts that I looked at to rebuild it.
Yeah.
$300-400, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could basically build another computer for about that. And I have that shell already from the old one.
Nah, you could start from scratch.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
You'd rather have...
Because this shell's dope.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, just to have another one.
I mean, I would love to build another one. I would love to build one myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, definitely. If not build one, but, like, rebuild this one to exactly like my ideal like style that I want it to be. That's the best part about PCs too. Like
they're so versatile.
You can make it look however you like it to look. It's
yours.
Yeah,
you built it.
Yeah, the like laptops and shit. Like you really can't do shit with that. And like think about gaming laptops are just as much as a fucking gaming computer. Basically, $1,200-$1,300. Sometimes more than that.
You've been seeing those posts on social media where they're talking about there's a $3,000 class that they brought down to $40 to learn how to do coding.
Yeah.
Would you ever do that?
No.
I don't even like.
You watch YouTube. That shit's free, dog.
All information is free, and that's the problem with
I can't do all information. I could never do any like those courses or anything like that. They're like, oh, if you pay, you can get. Nah. If I could get certified on YouTube for any kind of like anything, I would do it.
You can't get certified on YouTube, and I think that's the only thing that people are really looking for is that, did you pay for this certification? Because that's all you're getting. Because even when you're in class, you're only going to learn what you want to learn anyways. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're only going to retain that information. Like when I got my A&P license, I still have to check out some new information. I can't do anything without instructions in front of me anyways. Like and the world of aviation should be and is always changing and growing. There's always new updates. Just, you know what I mean? Like now, like you can't do work.
That's why a lot of jobs like that, like every year you got to get recertified.
Now the thing is that you get taught how to look up the information. You get taught how to use that information. Now I understand that. And maybe that's what they should that should bring down classes to a very short amount of time, especially if something like if coders were needed. I don't know if coders are needed.
I feel like they're always needed because there's always some kind of small startup or small business that's looking to revolutionize.
Yeah, I get that.
Know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I couldn't I feel like learning PCs. Like every year you're going to learn more and more and more, but I feel like if you don't have any knowledge to start off with, which I have like bare minimum knowledge when it comes to computers.
Yeah.
I know mine.
Right.
Because it was built for me and I was taught how to use it. There's still things like I learn every day and stuff like that. But like you'll get to the point eventually where like everything, like you pretty much know a whole bunch about it when it comes to like rebuilds or anything like that. So the only thing you really need to learn is like what's new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's an area that I feel like just you can learn enough for the rest of your life. You just have to learn what's new. Like aviation and shit like that. Like there could be some new revolutionary thing of like how like the wing is shaped and that's like some weird shit that you would have to learn if that was like your job. And but I mean, have you walked into a PC store? Like one that like
not lately, but I've been
like
to one
the
before,
iFix things. Like it's like a regular dude just chilling back there. It looks like he probably just got done smoking a bowl. He's like, "What's up, bro? Want to build a computer, bro?"
Yeah,
like
probably doesn't know much about it. The owner would though. The owner would. Yeah. I get it. I don't get it, but I get it. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Just one of them moments.
Yeah, I think that was our moment of silence.
A moment of silence.
What else, dude?
I mean, what else can we talk about?
I mean, we can talk about how Disney's being a dick.
That's right. You're the one that brought that up to begin with.
Dude, that shit is insane to me.
Okay, so Disney furloughed how many people?
Disney furloughed 100,000 employees.
For what reason?
It was to save $500 million or something in the time that they'll be closed or some shit like that.
And what was it for?
They decided to furlough all those employees so that way the CEOs and big time execs would still get their their incentives and their bonuses.
So the executives can still get their bonuses.
Which, what Abigail Disney, which is Walt Disney's brother's daughter? Niece?
Is that really their name? Disney?
That's like her name.
That's their actual name.
Yeah, their actual Walt Disney. That was his real fucking name. I get it,
but I mean, you don't hear that name anywhere else.
No, because they don't live by any end of us. Just like you've never met a Rothschild or a fucking Rockefeller.
That's true.
Those people live in their own areas. Like those names, right. Like you'll hear them, but you'll never meet one.
It's like a bloodline name.
Yeah, you'll never meet them. Yeah. Like I can go on Facebook, type in Lawson. There's like 35,000 of us.
You get what I'm saying? Then
Mendoza's like 200 million.
Just in like the next.
Just in San Antonio. But you just never. But yeah, she pointed it out, dude. Like apparently their bonuses and all that stuff that they're saving by furloughing everybody is going to equal like $1.5 million. $1.5 million. And then she made a statement that like if they took all their bonuses and shit away, they could actually pay all these employees until all this shit's over easily, and probably not even spend all that money.
Doesn't that kind of go with your rant about making sure that these senators and these politicians could be? I know. Let's not go into it too deep because we don't.
The little people are always getting shit on. That's what it boils down to. Always getting shit on.
Well, when you're ass high,
yeah,
you're just that's all you're gonna get.
I mean, like, and she makes a valid point though, where she says like, those are the ones that are making the magic for the people that are at the parks.
Yeah,
those are the people that are making sure that people have a good time and all that stuff. The CEOs aren't out there fucking dancing and dressing up in characters or in a suit dancing around in 95-degree weather in a fucking Winnie the Pooh suit or like that shit doesn't fucking happen. Yeah, like they're not doing that.
Yeah,
the people that are out there doing that, like they deserve some shit, dude.
Yeah,
like they do. They deserve it.
They do.
They already get paid shitty.
They do.
Like they're not getting paid.
I heard that the parks are still getting some shit done though. Like the parks are getting cleaned up. They're doing some upgrades and renovations and.
Well, I mean, now's the perfect time to finish building whatever rides they were starting.
Yeah.
They have the Tron ride they were building, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was there in February, those were all like closed off and like they had those areas marked off for. I mean, and those weren't even supposed to open until like the end of the year. Now that they don't have to close during the daytime, or that they don't have to stop building during the daytime, like fucking rush in, do whatever.
Yeah.
Get it all done. So when I go back next year, that shit's fucking done.
So what do we have then? People that are probably running servers for Disney Plus, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're thinking they're still making money off of that.
They're still doing that. They're still making money off of that.
Yeah.
Because you still have to pay your monthly fees.
Yeah, they're still making money off of ABC.
Yeah.
Which they own.
Right.
Now they own Fox.
I watched an episode of Jimmy Kimmel earlier, so nobody's slowing down at ABC.
How many people watched ESPN today for the NFL draft?
True.
Or ABC for the NFL draft?
I watched it on NFL Network.
Yes, but you could stream it on ESPN Plus or ABC, the ABC streaming service.
Okay.
Which those are paid services.
Yeah, but you also because you need to log into your provider or whatever.
Well, you can either
unless you have ESPN Plus. Yeah.
ESPN Plus is $5. It's $4.99 a month.
I know.
I'm already paying $5.99 a month.
I think once they're doing UFC fights again, I'll go ahead and bring that back up.
Fucking Fire Stick a day. I'm about to plug my shit back in too.
I know when you saw me, dude, it looked good too. Like it was moving nice and smooth. I did have to reconnect it a couple times, but I mean that's normal. I have to do that with the UFC anyways.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna plug mine back in and
see if it works.
Download the app for my phone for the remote.
You need the remote first, anyways. What you can do is I have a couple remotes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What you can do is you can set the new remote to your Fire Stick. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe the battery just died. I don't fucking know. I haven't used it in forever, so I don't know.
Yeah,
now that I have all these fucking services like Disney and all that shit, I don't really. I mean, Jordan's my server now.
Yeah. That guy.
He is my Fire Stick.
Yeah.
And my Fire Crotch.
Yeah. You beat me to it. I was going to say something dirty, but that's good enough. Yeah. You lightened it up for us.
He's not a ginger, but yeah. Whatever.
I guess. You want to read we should have a segment where we find the dumbest tweet.
Oh, no, but I do have a... Remember
I know, you have a dumbass tweet.
It's not a dumbass tweet. It's fucking genius.
It is genius.
It's for anybody who's...
a 5G conspiracy?
There it is. I was going to say 5G douche, but you know it. So this is a tweet that I found online, and it melted me, and I fell in love with it. Oh, wait, that's a different one. But that one's funny, too. I have two now, technically.
Okay.
So from Lee Casey, how come it's only men and women getting the coronavirus? What about the other 47 genders? Classic.
I mean, yeah.
Classic shit right there.
Yeah.
But this is the one right here that is like my favorite shit. And, I'm not one of those 5G people that 5G setting frequencies to weaken our immune system so that way we become sheeple. I'm not a thing. And, I had this discussion, which we need to bring my brother back on because my brother is fucking... He has a lot of shit he wants to get off his chest, and it's hilarious. Yeah. So we're going to have to get him on just to let him vent about all these conspiracy theories and all this other shit. But
I'd also like to bring him on for the conversation you had while you argued with a religitard.
Yes, which we will definitely talk about that one real soon. But this is something that I saw posted. Is from Tommy Simbazo, right? This was on April 13th, so this is just a week or two ago. This is what he says. Just to let everyone know, I work in the 5G field. I was doing some work from home today and realized that I had the unit set to the give corona setting instead of its default make everyone gay setting. Whoopsie doodle. So that
whoopsie doodle.
Yes, that
what a great way to finish that.
That made me so happy.
Yeah.
It put a smile on my face instantly. Yeah. I felt like someone totally got me because I can't. I'm tired. I'm so tired of just Facebook and social media right now.
Yep.
Like I go on there now and out of habit you scroll for remember you used to scroll and read everything. Now I'm just going on scrolling and then being like, why am I even on here, and I exit.
I took about 2 or 3 days off.
It's the same exact things being shared every other day by different people. So clearly everything's getting circled around.
Yeah.
The religious aspect of this whole virus thing is really starting to get to me and wear on me. It's bugging me. Between the TV evangelists, which there was one today that went on TV and begged his followers to donate money. It's the same guy that was trying to sell silver as a COVID-19 cure.
Oh yeah,
back in February.
Something like the.
Well, this dude was in jail.
Metals or something like that.
Yeah. This dude was in jail. Excuse me. He served a 5-year fraud felony charge. He served 5 years in prison in 1989. Right. Came out, went back to the TV evangelist thing. Back in February or January. February, when the shit really started to hit, he was on his TV thing telling everybody that it's a cure. It's a cure for COVID. It's a cure for COVID. When even one of the ladies straight up said, well, it's not for the particular strain that's out. It has been known to kill another strain, whatever the case may be. The state actually put a cease and desist order on him and told him that, you're selling a fake, it's fraud. They put it out there. The credit card companies stopped accepting payments to his church because of everything that was going on. So this guy was on his show. He wasn't demanding, but I'm going to say it because I feel like that's every TV evangelist ever, is they're demanding your fucking money. But him and his wife went on the show today and said, we need you to buy our books, donate cash or check to my church, because if not, we're going to have to file for bankruptcy. There's churches now that are looking to get exempt and get stimulus checks for small businesses.
Right, but that's for taxpayers.
When they don't pay taxes.
That's for taxpayers.
Yeah, they don't pay taxes.
Right.
So why the fuck do they deserve a stimulus check?
Right.
First of all, why are they paying for anything if the Lord Jesus above is taking care of them? As far as I'm concerned, everything's on the house, right?
Maybe it's part of the divine plan, sir.
It's a fucked up plan.
What was that state? Was it Oregon? I can't remember the state. I don't want to slander at all. But there was a state that was going out there right now that says when the vaccination is out, people of strong religious belief can actually opt out of taking the vaccination.
Oh, that, yeah. How about we just pick a state? Like, I'm just throwing out there, Oklahoma.
Utah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
Utah.
Fucking Utah. Let's just send everyone to Utah.
Utah is too beautiful of a landscape to have what it has.
Oh, that's where Christ is from, apparently. Get all the people that don't want to be vaccinated and put them somewhere. Somewhere away from everybody else that wants to be vaccinated and wants this shit to end.
Mm-hmm.
And put a giant wall up that they can't get over and just lock them the fuck in there until they change their mind or they all die off.
Like biodome it?
Yeah. But
it's just like a big ass petri dish.
Don't leave a window open.
Okay. They all enjoy smelling their own farts anyways.
Yeah.
Because these are like extremists.
Dude, I don't... Cool. It's bad enough that religion is stopping people from taking their sick child to the hospital to get the medical attention they need to live. They'd rather pray till their kid dies, which is just completely that throws me the fuck off in so many ways. I mean, if my daughter got sick, if someone was like, you have to kill this dude for your daughter to live, I'd be like, fucking A, dude, how many bullets do I get? I'll make sure every last one of them makes it into it so my daughter...
What you need to do is you take a picture of her while she's in the hospital and just say, in order to save her life, I need you to say amen. If you scroll right past this, she might as well be dead.
Yeah, I could never imagine, especially after having a child, I couldn't imagine not doing everything in my power or anything in someone's power to save my daughter's life or prolong it.
Yeah.
I'd sacrifice my own.
There you go.
Dude, it's like she knew, right?
It's like she knew.
All right, well, we're at that point anyway.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for supporting us. Don't forget, check out themorningafterpillshow.com.
Check us on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Make sure you review us 5 stars only, please. We have a perfect score right now.
Yep.
Aim to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Make sure you comment. Check the YouTube out. Subscribe. Get the little ding.
Yeah, get the notifications. That way you know next time another episode comes out. The moment an episode comes out, you will be notified. The moment. And then just let us know what you think in the comments about everything we talked about. We can always bring you up on the next episode. Everybody, thank you very much.
Love you guys.
Fist me, bro.
Fist me, bro.